And I'm back for you. I'm not going to lie. I'm back for me, too.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Hold 3, the moss-covered, 3-handle family Gradunzel.
You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
It was me all along.
Here are your hosts, Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
We are
3CT.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3CT Live Thursday night, May the 5th, 2022. We are glad to be back with you here another week. If you're following us along with us live, give us a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. Get as many people in here as possible to join us on the live broadcast. Again, if you are not subscribed to the show on any podcast platform, make sure you do that so you don't miss the second half of our weekly offerings that drops on Tuesdays. That is the 3CT pod. So make sure you check that out. If you subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/3Count Thursday, you'll get a chance to see the Tuesday show, and you'll see it early too. So how about that? Just starting at $2 a month for the bonus content over there, and some more exciting stuff coming as we continue to adjust the formats here with 3CT. Make sure you go to 3CountThursday.com. Follow us on all of our social media. You can hear us every day as well on the Leave Sports and Music Network. Ryan, where can the people hear that at?
Over on the Leave Sports and Music Network.
Yeah, but where would they find that, though?
On the internet.
Got him.
Our show, Ryan. We only have an hour show.
Got him.
It is our show. This is the 3CT podcast.
Perfect. LEEIB Sports.com is where you can.
Ooh, that's my gimmick.
I tried to give you your gimmick, Ryan, and you did not want it this week. But also want to remind everyone about the PW scorecards, because that will come into play when it comes to our Wrestler of the Week. So go to digital.prowrestlingscorecards.com, create your account, click on factions, and you can join ours with the invite code 67AB85. And we'll be tweeting that out probably tomorrow. Get your picks in for WrestleMania Backlash. And if you win, not if you beat us, if you win overall, you will get to be the People's Champ pick for the Wrestler of the Week until, I guess it'd probably be the end of this month for AEW Double or Nothing, right? That's the one that's right. Double or Nothing. So you get to be part of the show for the next few weeks. So make sure you do not miss the opportunity to do that. Ryan,
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
yes,
Yes.
you can.
I'm doing all right.
There we go.
We're doing okay then.
That's the most important one,
Okay.
right? Good.
That's correct. We're doing all right.
All right, Matt.
How you doing?
Doing well. It's good to be back. Doing better than Ryan's internet connection, so I'm great.
Can you do much worse, though?
No.
That's the real question. Tim.
How you doing?
I'm just clicking buttons and talking into a microphone.
That's all we do here. Intern Mark.
How you doing?
Well, Jim, I'm glad you asked. I'm just sitting here looking at my watch, and I realize it's about bad bitch o'clock. Yeah, it's 6:30. I've been through a lot, but I'm still flirty. Is everybody back up in the building? It's been a minute. Tell me how you healing, because I'm about to get in my feelings. How you feeling? How you feel right now, Jim?
A little shocked, a little dismayed, but otherwise I'm doing well. We're here. It's Thursday night, and I'm glad to be back with everyone who is joining us on the panel in the live comments and everything. I see Devin, Big Mac, Charlie. We got Rodney's in there. So I'm glad to be here with everybody. And let's not waste any time and jump right into this. We are looking at May the 5th in pro wrestling history. Got a few birthdays today. Mr. Fuji was born today in 1935. Scott Armstrong was born today, 1959. Chad Patton, 1976. Ryan Shamrock, former guest of this show. Ryan Shamrock was born today, 1979. And Orange Cassidy was born today in 1984. 1905 at Madison Square Garden in New York City, Greco-Roman champion George Hackenschmidt defeated American heavyweight champion Tom Jenkins in 2 straight falls to become the world catch-as-catch-can heavyweight champion. This match is the origin of the first world heavyweight title in America. 1985, World Class's second annual Von Erich Memorial Parade of Champions was held before 26,153 fans at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. The main event was NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair battled WCCW 6-man tag team champion Kevin Von Erich to a double countout to retain the title. 1990, the NWA sent a world title match to an event promoted by Vern Gagne's AWA in St. Paul, Minnesota. The event, dubbed Twin Wars, featured Ric Flair defeating Brian Pillman to retain the world title with Nick Bockwinkel as the special referee. Bockwinkel also appeared as the referee for the AWA world title bout, which saw Larry Zbyszko defeat Nikita Koloff. 1995, WCW taped several hours of WCW Worldwide at the Disney MGM Studios in Orlando. The show included Sting and the Renegade defeating Dick Slater and Bunkhouse Buck. The taping also featured 3 appearances in the ring by Arn Anderson, who at the time was WCW World TV Champion. 2001, WWF holds their second annual Insurrection pay-per-view from the Earl's Court Exhibition Center in London, England, in front of 16,284 fans. The show featured 7 matches, and in the main event, The Undertaker defeated the Power Trip, Stone Cold, and Triple H in a handicap match for the WWF Championship. However, Undertaker did not become new champion because he pinned Triple H, and the stipulation on the match was that he had to pin Austin, who was WWF champ, to become the new champion. Ryan, do you have a question?
I was just wondering what Chris Jericho's involvement was with this insurrection.
Ooh, I don't know, but I know his wife was there.
Okay.
I do know his wife was there. In 2002, World Wrestling Federation Entertainment incorporated after losing a case, British court to the World Wildlife Fund. The World Wildlife Fund for Nature, formerly the World Wildlife Fund, in October 2001, over the use of the WWF initials, officially changes their name to World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporated. And those were the events that occurred. May the 5th in pro wrestling history.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 nights on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, we got down to week number 3 of our second year of Wrestler of the Week standings. So does anybody want to give us the People's Champ of the week?
I can. Before we get into it, though, I'm surprised you didn't mention on this week or today in wrestling history. Today was the official formation 25 years ago of the New Heart Foundation.
Huh.
Bret Owen Bulldog,
man,
and the like, all squatted up on this day 25 years ago.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No.
And today you learned.
There we go. All right.
Our people's champ comes to us from the Thrower, Charlie Thrower, and in honor of all of their contributions to the wrestling universe at large, he has chosen the wonderful Cassie Lee, the beautiful Jessica McKay. Some think they're quite iconic, but others just view them as the inspiration. Guaranteed 2 points towards end of the year standings for the Wrestler of the Year.
Could be their only 2 standing points of the year, potentially.
But what a 2 points!
It is a great 2 points. Does anybody want to give theirs? Kick us off for the Wrestler of the Week.
I thought it was Matt Cardona.
No,
Was
it
there a
was
last
it
minute
was a joke.
switch?
It was a joke. He was trying to I think he was trying to get under Tim's skin a bit.
Why would he get under my skin?
I don't know. Somebody's skin.
I'm here for Matt Cardona.
I mean, we're all here for Matt Cardona.
No, I don't know all.
There we go. Now we found the sayer of nay.
Matt's done used him up. He achieved getting Matt Cardona Wrestler of the Year for year 1, and
Yep, now he's dead to me.
done with him. Does anybody want to kick us off?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't be so enthusiastic, Smokey.
I watched a lot of wrestling this week, so I have a great
you were excited for this.
list. So Wardlow beat W. Morrissey last night on Impact, and you can't teach that. Dana Brooke lost and then won her 24/7 championship. She lost it to Nikki ASH and then won it back just because she beat Nikki ASH and that stupid gimmick's the only reason she showed up on my list. Cameron Grimes retained his North American Championship in a match that I guess happened on Tuesday. I don't know. Mercedes Martinez is the new undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Ladies Champion. That's cool. That happened last night. And then Daniel Garcia, again, winning championships means something here at 3 Count Thursday, is the new Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Champion. So Danny Garcia, my number 1 spot today. This week.
There you go. All right.
Championships matter.
They do.
That's not a bad list for not watching a single minute of wrestling.
That's a pretty good list for not watching wrestling in the last
that together
month,
quick.
Who wants to
Very
go
proud of
next?
Go ahead, Jim.
Oh, you want me to go? All right, I'll go.
Yeah, I'll assign somebody.
Why don't I go next? I appreciate that, Ryan. I appreciate you. My number 5 for the week, Wardlow, defeating the Big Cass. I think that's still his name, right? Big Cass. Looks like an absolute world beater. Looks like he's finally going to get his hands on MJF coming up here soon. Josh Alexander retains the Impact TNA NWA World Championship. Samoa Joe retains his the ROH TV title, right? That's the one he did on Friday because I watch Rampage. Cameron Grimes definitely watched on Tuesday's NXT, retained his title that he carried to the ring. And Mercedes Martinez in a match that I actually did watch, and I'm not even joking around about that one. To close out Dynamite last night is your new undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Champion because, we had an interim champion for all the right reasons, I suppose.
Jim, you're absolutely right.
Dude, how good are those?
Oh, my God.
That's a credit to Big Mac, man. He told
the orange
me
soda?
to without a doubt try those. Those things are tasty as hell, the hard sodas.
Fantastic.
But there's my 5. Matt, I'll kick it to you.
All right. So number 1, I had Mercedes Martinez for same reason, winning the title last night on AEW, a match I definitely watched. Number 2, Bobby Buffet for it now being your Monsters Factory Pro Wrestling Heavyweight
like Jimmy Buffett's
champion.
brother. Just kidding.
No, that's Bobby Buffet.
Third place, the Briscoes for advancing in the to get the title match opportunity in Impact. Very important title matches, tag titles specifically in Impact Wrestling. Number 4, Matt Tremont. If you're a fan of Deathmatch Wrestling, go watch his match with Brandon Kirk from this past weekend at GCW. Moves on in the tournament there. And number 5, Samoa Joe. I forget why I put him on my list, but there he is, number 5.
He retained a title. Whatever title he has, he retained it.
Good for him.
All right, Matt.
Are you serious?
Oh, yep. I heard the Are you serious? So let's hear from Mark.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I picked some good ones. There they are. I knew I would remember. So let me start at the bottom and work my way to the top. So the Russian Nightmare, Ivan Koloff's niece, Nikita Lyons. She was in a tag team match, and I think she won the match on Tuesday night. Very proud of her. And number 4, I have Ezekiel. He's a very polite young man. He doesn't like to interrupt people. And I'm really starting to like that gimmick. That gimmick is growing on me. And then I didn't realize Nikki Ash won the 24/7 title. I didn't realize she lost it already. Otherwise, I probably would have put her on the list. I missed that segment on Raw. I thought she still had the belt.
Life moves fast, Mark. Life moves fast.
She lost the title already. I don't know how I missed that. But anyway, she's stuck at number 3 now. And I got Vic. Is it Vic? No, it's Cameron. Cameron Grimes.
Vic
He
Grimes?
was on. I thought it was Vic Grimes. It's his brother Cameron.
Who?
So, Cameron. What's his favorite match? And then he was number 2 because he did some good things on that NXT 2.0. And then number 1 was that delightful. Was it Mercedes Martinez? Remember that song Mercedes Boy by Pebbles back in the 80s?
No.
But anyway, I guess Mercedes Martinez. She beat the lovely and talented Deonna Purrazzo. She's a very nice person. I mean, very nice. So now she's an undisputed, undefeated tribal chief. Acknowledge her.
Tim, I guess you're up.
That would be me.
Hi, Tim.
Coming in at number 5, the retaining ROH Television Champion Samoa Joe. At number 4, the retaining NXT World Champion Braun Breaker. Number 3, the retaining Impact World Champion Josh Alexander. Number 2, the new AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions, winning it at the first leg of Triple Mania. Tay Conti and Sammy Guevara. And number 1, the new and undisputed ROH World Women's Champion Mercedes Martinez.
Since Ryan, we're showing off what we're drinking, I'm enjoying a great brewski from the Funk in beautiful Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania.
Gosh, beautiful this time.
I love funk.
The double disco.
Double disco, baby.
IPA, double IPA. Delicious. Great food over there too. So make sure if you are in or around Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, you head over there and check them out. But for the week, Tim, can we get the standings for the week up there?
So there are going to be some corrections to this.
Uh-oh. Okay.
It is not going to impact the year totals. I don't believe. Actually, it might. But those will be, any corrections will be notated on the website. But for now, before we go back to grading, first place, Mercedes Martinez. Second place, Cameron Grimes. Third place, Josh Alexander and Samoa Joe. And then tied for 4th is Daniel Garcia and Bobby Buffett. But that is going to change because I did not quite get the corrected finalization from Matt. So there will be some shift here. But all in all, non-problematic for the top of the standings. As in first place, still for the year, is Josh Alexander. Everything else that you see here for the top point getters is correct to my knowledge. I apologize for not being on the tippity top of my game for this, but we will have a correction, probably a score correction by the end of the episode. You can always check 3countthursday.com for the latest and greatest on this and last year's standings. All up to date, all in real time.
All right, there you go. Week 3 is in the books.
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
3 count question of the week.
The 3 count question of the week.
There we go. So, and I want to make sure that we are clear on this. So, when we had the question of the week go out, there was still a lot of rumors about this one topic, and whether or not Dark Side of the Ring has come to an end and wasn't being renewed. So the topic at hand was, with the reported cancellation of Dark Side of the Ring, are there any topics that you wish were covered? Since the post time of the question of the week on our social media, and we always thank everyone for contributing to the answers on the question of the week online. Vice TV put out a tweet and it said, "We've heard some rumors flying around about season 4 of Dark Side of the Ring. We are as committed as ever to both the series and the broader Dark Side franchise. Evan and Jason are hard at work making more content that we know our fans of the series will love. Stay tuned." So that's good news. I'm actually happy that we're getting to take a little bit of a different approach to this topic and have it be more, what topics do you hope get covered in season 4 and hopefully beyond from Dark Side of the Ring, as opposed to like, well, this is gone. And they're not telling the stories anymore. So just wanted to make sure we were clear on that, as to not put out any false information or anything like that here on the show. So Dark Side of the Ring not going anywhere, at least for now. And it will be back, and hopefully we'll soon have the announcement of when we can expect some new content from Dark Side of the Ring. So does anybody want to kick us off for stories or topics you would like to see them cover moving forward?
Real quick before we get going, they also do a Dark Side of the 90s. And if you're near our age, it's a phenomenal watch. I think it's like 10 episodes. You're in, you're out. But check out Dark Side of the 90s as well.
Okay. I know they did a Dark Side of Football.
Oh, yes, they did that as well, yeah.
And I'm not sure if there was any others on the Dark Side series or not, but I know I watched a few of the Dark Side of Football ones. Didn't quite catch me as well as the wrestling one did, probably because like I'm just more in tune with wrestling than I am. Not that I don't love football, but I mean wrestling's a year-round lifelong like fanatical commitment for me. So yeah, but the series in and of itself is good. So yeah, is there anything anybody would like to see get covered?
So many things.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. One story
start
that
it off, or sorry, Tim.
Yeah, one story. I don't know if it'll make anybody's list, but the backstory to WrestleMania 7. Originally, WrestleMania 7 was supposed to take place in the actual LA Coliseum, and very, very quickly, due to a myriad of reasons, possibly a possible shooter, they changed the location to some podunk sports arena.
Yeah, the LA Sports not Coliseum.
The Sports
Civic Center.
Was it just the sports arena?
I think it's the LA Sports Arena.
Oof.
I don't know how much like content there is there, but I'm pretty sure that like changing the location of a WrestleMania with like 3 months to spare, not a pandemic related change.
It was the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena.
See, I missed a word, but it's okay. It would be interesting to like hear. I'm curious, like who would actually have that information that would be willing to talk, because a lot of those people are now on Vince's payroll, and I don't know for sure, like how much Brucey wants to talk to anybody that's not Conrad Thompson.
Yeah, that one could definitely be an interesting one.
Brucey would have been there for that, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Brucey was there.
Huh.
Brucey was only gone. He was gone. Wait, he's gone SummerSlam 90, like around SummerSlam 91.
I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't, like, because I feel like Vince doesn't really like restrict him from covering old things on there. I mean, it seems like new episodes of Pritchard podcast are few and far between anymore, just because Brucey's putting in some extra hours with the Stanford company now. But...
I mean, he's getting his contractually obligated 4 hours of sleep a week.
Yeah, sure is.
And that is about it.
But Matt, you said you had one?
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of wrestlers who have passed away early that I think they could do one on, but someone who didn't pass away but probably could have was Perry Saturn. There was that whole thing where he disappeared from wrestling because he got like shot while he was trying to break up a fight or something, and then was addicted to drugs for about 8 years. And can be an uplifting finish, I guess. I mean, he made his triumphant return to the indie scene and has seemed to have cleaned up a bit. So I think that would be one that they could kind of visit as to not always focus on like the sad ending in the dark side of the ring.
Yeah, for sure. One of them that I had, now this would probably be more season 18 or something, because it probably have to be a little bit down the ways, but whatever the hell happened at the airport and with the Saudi show a couple of years ago. Remember when that whole mess came down, when the NXT crew had to crash SmackDown on a Friday night, SmackDown Live. I'd love to hear, because I know they did the plane ride from hell. I think that was in season 2, maybe. So I think hearing about whatever the hell happened on the runway in Saudi Arabia would be a fun one. Again, I think we're years away, if ever, gonna hear about some of the truths that happened there. But
I'm glad you brought up the airports, because that would be mine. The Philadelphia airport and the car ride from hell, where a certain wrestler forgot her earbuds. I'd like to hear that one.
That's a sad story.
I don't know if she's ready to talk about that yet.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if
tweet about it maybe, but not talk about it. I don't know if that could
cover a whole hour of TV, because there wasn't much.
Drive took, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours. It
was forever, which is amazing. Philly's right down there past Lancaster,
just on the other side of the. What?
Where was she going from Philly to Lancaster? That's just on the other side of the outlets, isn't it?
Right on the other side of the outlets.
Just right there.
Like,
I mean, they could do a dark side of the ring about the LCW, KPW, and everything that transpired there.
Okay, really, so real talk. I mean, I feel like, and now that we're putting this into a physical medium, I feel like if anybody steals this idea from 3CT, there's a copyright infringement there. But I feel like we could actually make some money locally if
the rise and fall of LCW.
If we make our own like rise and fall of LCW documentary.
I mean, what a crazy story it was overall,
dude. We could sell out the Zembo, I think, for that. I think
I'd love to hear about it.
That'll put the butts in the seats right there.
There's some stories there.
I'm telling you, I think that's actually not a terrible idea.
There are stories there.
No, there really is. There's
I'm not interviewing Tanya though. I'm telling you that much right now.
No, you have to. That's the only stipulation.
If we're speaking stuff into existence, Jim.
A Jim and Tanya sit down.
Oh my God!
To kind of wrap up the show overall.
I'm just gonna have like a streamer gun waiting like for the end of the interview, and just
streamer guy.
Shoot it and then leave,
and just walk out. Any others?
My real answer, and it's the exact opposite of Matt's. That ends in an uplifting story, man. Teddy Hart. I mean, so much potential in a professional wrestler. To end up the way it had ended up is just heartbreaking. Really, it is. And I don't even know how it ended up. I have no clue. Is Teddy Hart alive today? I think so. I don't know.
Is he still in jail?
Knows.
I don't know.
I have no clue.
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
The last I was aware of anything to do with Teddy Hart was he was incarcerated. That was, I think, early in the pandemic.
But any Hart family member, I really think he was the most talented Hart, and to have thrown it all away with demons, it's just a story that should be told.
Ridiculously talented. That's a great one. That's a great one, Ryan. I'm sure you have a story about a fat guy doing a shoot interview that never aired.
That's a shame.
Is it? I think it actually worked out for the better.
I mean, another guy with demons, but then this would be a happy ending. So I don't know if Ryan would enjoy it, but would be Gold Dust.
Oh,
that would be something.
That would actually be a good
bizarre
one.
You know, speaking of demons, this one now this may sound like a joke, but honestly, what about a show about Sunny? Unfortunately, what she's kind of become.
That's a great one. I think that one definitely deserves talking about.
Yeah.
How much time do you spend on the fart?
A few seconds.
Are we back to the Hart episode or the?
No. Remember?
The Sunny fart. Oh, I know she hooted.
Good God, I think that was one of the first Pritchard show episodes, and I thought Conrad and Bruce were they're both gonna die. They were laughing that hard. No, I mean, I know we crack jokes about Sunny on the regular, but that would be a fantastic Dark Side of the Ring episode. Absolutely,
that'd be big.
Absolutely would. Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
I mean, I think that there's great ones where people overcome adversity, like the Pennsylvania referee that learned to count to 3. Big Dick Devin.
My God,
that would be a good one.
He learned to count to 3.
Took his entire life to count to 3.
Every
and
match
then he
he
did.
refereed,
And all he had to do was count his legs.
Oh,
3.
3, my lord, 3.
Bret Hart too, learning how to give like a 2-minute speech without drooling everywhere. I think was.
Come on, man.
So sad.
Wait, that's just come on.
Brett just keeps falling when he's walking, and you think he's wrestling with his shadows, but that's not it. He just can't balance anymore.
Wrestling with spatial awareness? Is that what you're saying?
Wow, that's
I love Brett. There's also like we're running the risk of like getting people stories of people who may not be completely mainstream. But you could easily do topics on young, promising wrestlers who were gone too soon. Namely like Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney. There's a lot of people in AEW that are connected to Sweet and Sour, and talk about his struggles. Also kind of related is former CZW stalwart Trent Acid.
Trent Acid, yeah.
Trent Acid's a story that you can talk about too. Like Trent Acid was a can't miss indie star. He had it. Like he was so good. But also you could talk about like tragedy in the ring. We haven't really had like a Hayabusa story, from being paralyzed. Also, it's a little morbid, but talking about like death in the ring, specifically like Silver King. Who was the guy that Rey Mysterio accidentally murdered?
Oh,
It wasn't El Dandy.
He's one, not El Dandy. I believe Hashimoto. Shinya Hashimoto passed away in the ring. Bison Smith is another one. There's different stories that you can go down. I'm trying to think of like which ones would have like quality long form content that can tell a story but also be used as kind of like a cautionary tale or something along those lines. I guess if I had to, make a decision, I would probably choose the story of the life of Trent Acid or of Sweet and Sour.
Yeah, Devin has one here in the comments, and I don't know, because I know he was ECW. I know it definitely hits this area more is Rock and Rebel. I don't know how much outside of the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic that one reaches, but just an absolute horrific and tragic situation there. If you're unaware of the story, you can look it up. So I mean that's definitely a wrestling tragedy. I don't know if it would reach the dark side level, just because of the broad the broad reach of the story, but
they have done a couple of like obscure things.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have, especially in the third season, so it's not out of the realm.
Yeah, with all intents and purposes, like Nick Gage wasn't necessarily like a huge story. He became a huge story. Like,
and really, the Nick Gage story was, wrestler robbed the bank, went to jail, comeback story. I mean, not to simplify it, but they found an hour episode with that.
Yeah,
you could almost take
a lot
something
with Nikki too.
You could probably take like a Sweeney and a Trent Acid and make an episode like an East Coast wrestling sort of thing. You could maybe even throw the Rocket Rebel in with that, like an East Coast wrestling tragedies sort of thing. It's very it's sad, but I get it.
I mean, the show's not called The Bright Side of the Ring.
Who was that WCW guy? Was it Hardbody Harrison, the one that was keeping women as slaves? That would be something.
I never even heard of that.
No, what had happened? I never heard of that either.
He had several women he was using as slaves or something, wasn't it, Tim?
Let me look.
It was him and two other people, right?
Something like that. It was several, and it was a human trafficking. I mean, it was something big time. That guy's he's locked up.
August 2004, Hardbody Harrison was arrested by the Smyrna Police Department in Smyrna, Georgia, on 3 counts of false imprisonment. And after spending one night in jail, he was released. And then the following August, FBI agents served a search warrant and raided Harrison's homes in Bartow County, Georgia. That October, he was arrested on a 9-count federal indictment for false imprisonment and trafficking women for commercial sex acts.
Wow.
After the conviction, Hardbody Harrison was sentenced to life in prison on April Fool's Day, 2008.
That's no joke.
Damn.
That's one.
I'm shocked they haven't.
One,
That's a really good one. I'm shocked they haven't done a Ring Boys episode yet with Mel Phillips.
Yeah, that would be a good one too.
That would be wild. I mean, that had Patterson involved with that, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of the responses here from social media, and again, we thank everyone for for responding to the question. Jason has Sonny. So yeah, I mean, right there, Mark, you had said that one.
That's a bright idea.
Another Jason said they should have done one on the Ponzi scheme of the Conrad Thompson podcasts.
That's ongoing.
Rodney says test. I think test would be an interesting.
This was a good one.
An interesting topic. Yeah, that one was not done previously. Charlie had responded. He said one that could be intriguing is Wrestling Society X. Between funding, pulled after just a few episodes.
Oh, I would love that.
Marathon to their finale. Just gave birth to Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs. There's definitely plenty to go around with Wrestling Society X. Devin had commented just the backyard wrestling craze.
That would actually be really good.
That would be awesome.
Great one,
because you could talk about, you could literally interview. There's plenty of backyarders who are actual wrestlers today, like the Hardy Boys. That's actually a Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Well, you're not
the Hardys.
Yeah,
holy cow! Like this,
definitely could be. Because I mean, didn't Jeff start working for the WWF when he was like 16? Like
he lied about his age.
Right,
yeah.
right. It was the Mila Kunis on that 70s show. You lie about your age and you get the job. But the Hardy Boys could be one for sure. Any other ones before we move on here to our closing topic of the live
show?
What
about Jerry Lawler back in, was it 90 or 91? Had some kind of thing going on, supposedly with an underage girl, and I guess all that got dismissed. That would be, it'd probably remove him from all WWE if that came out again, but
I don't know if they talk about what went on with Stephanie McMahon either.
So what we're saying is Dark Side of the Ring needs to definitely do an episode on Jerry Lawler. So we don't get him back on commentary for a random.
I don't know how much they can do if he was legally exonerated.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just, I mean, at that point, you're just spitting rumor and innuendo at them, like
you're kind of like, it's almost double jeopardy in a way of like, he's already gone through the physical court system and now it's going back to the court of public opinion. And I dare Jerry Lawler to beating an underage dating charge in 2022.
Right. Yeah, that's it is a much different world now.
Triple dog dare the king to beat that.
Yeah, and I don't think WWE, because I assume in the 90s WWE's legal team probably helped him out. I don't think WWE's legal team is helping him out in 2022.
But there's also a topic of Dark Side of the Ring with Jerry Lawler. The night he died at Raw.
Yo, That's another one. Absolutely.
Because he wrestled.
Yeah.
He wrestled Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler killed him.
Because he hit him with the elbow drops. And he got Dolph Ziggler got permission from Jerry Lawler after the match, after everything was cleared. Dolph Ziggler referred to the repeated elbow drop as the heart stopper.
That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah. So, I mean, there's
is there room for boy, I don't even
do it. Do it.
Is there room for like a Joey Ryan topic? I see. I didn't want to do it, Tim.
But if you do that, you got to talk about the other guy too.
The Dream
guys.
No, the Starman.
Oh, there's been quite a few recently.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a whole.
That's a whole. Sadly, it's almost a whole season in and of itself.
You could do a speaking out episode.
Speaking out episode, maybe.
Yeah. And
I mean, I would never want to make somebody have to relive those moments. But I don't know.
I mean, I think there's enough people who regularly talk about what happened to them in hopes that other people will speak out as well. that I think that there are that there are those that you can get, that you could possibly get on board. Obviously, I don't want to speak for anyone that went through something like that, but that you could get to do an episode like that, you know, especially if you you know, give it a platform of, you know, if something's happened to you, you know, provide resources to help people. So it's there. I think there's definitely potentially something there. Unfortunately, it's something that's far too prominent in the business.
The only other one I wrote down was divas and like the level of like bra and panty matches and that era of women's professional wrestling.
Sure. I mean, you've had
pillow fights and, you know, even down to like a live sex scene, like the cringier stuff maybe from that era.
Well, and there's been plenty of women who were in the WWE and in WCW from that era that have said, like, in, you know, in hindsight, like they weren't comfortable with it. And in some cases, some people did try to like be like, hey, is this really necessary, sort of a thing, and it kind of got shut down. So yeah, I think there's certainly a topic there. Any other ones before we move on?
The last one, the Freebirds would be a good story. Really, anything about them.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Okay, this Sunday, because apparently we're doing Saturday and Sunday premium live events with the WWE this year. So this one is on a Sunday, May 8th, because who doesn't want to celebrate Mother's Day with WrestleMania Backlash? From the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. We have 6 matches on the card for this one, and we will start at the bottom from the Wikipedia page, and we will go with Omos with MVP taking on
Bobby
Lashley. I'm gonna go with Omos. I don't think there's any reason for Lashley to win this one. Sadly, you know, I feel like in the post MVP world, I hope Lashley doesn't just fall off the wayside, but I think there's bigger things happening with Omos here. Ryan.
Yeah, I think there's bigger things happening with Omos too, but I don't think the WWE knows what it is yet. So I think we reestablish Bob Lashley here by beating the giant Omos, and Bobby gets elevated a little bit. Bob Lashley.
Did you call him Blob Lashley?
Whatever you want to call him. Blob
Lashley.
Blob Lashley. I was going to choose Bobby just to get the Brady Bunch soundbite, but since Ryan already took care of that for me, I'm going to revert back to my original pick, which was almost with MVP.
All right, perfect. In turn, Mark.
I got to go with almost, but I want to hear the Bobby sound clip there again.
Bobby!
Tim.
Omos gonna get that win back.
Yeah,
he already lost at WrestleMania. He ain't gonna do it at Backlash.
And he lost in the arm wrestling match, I think, a week ago.
That doesn't count.
Wasn't? I thought it did. My bad. I have a hard time.
It says wrestling doesn't mean it's wrestling.
I have a hard time keeping track. All right, let's go to singles match. Happy Corbin taking on Madcap Moss. There's literally no reason for Corbin to win this. It's Madcap Moss season. Tim.
Y'all gonna stop dunking on Happy Corbin, okay?
I have regularly praised Happy Corbin in here. But
no, you just said there's no reason why he should win.
Right, because he's putting over Madcap Moss in this one.
The reason that you say that Happy Corbin has no reason to win lets me know that Happy Corbin is winning.
Okay. All right.
Fat, shabby.
That's not nice.
Cat.
Intern Mark.
I don't want either of them to win. So I'm not going to pick a winner.
Double count out.
That works.
I hope it's a double count out, double disqualification. I hope the match gets bumped.
just now, we're not going to do this. We're just
No,
not-
Corbin's
New Day's
flight
not
gets
in it.
delayed.
Flight's delayed, car breaks down. Tropical storm comes through.
in Providence, Rhode Island, in May.
Well, it's the time of
luck.
year in Providence.
Well, I guess they live in. I guess he probably lives in Florida, so maybe.
It could happen.
All right, Matt.
Tropical depression.
Yeah, I can't pick Happy Corbin, so I'll go with Madcap Moss.
All right, Ryan.
I gave it no thought when I wrote down all the answers, and I wrote down happy.
That makes me sad.
Ryan, now you've made Mark sad.
Yeah, why'd you do
I don't
that?
care.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Damn it, Devin.
Do I care? No.
Devin's probably wearing suspenders just like him.
There we go. This is the one Tim's been looking forward to. Singles match. Damian Priest is banned from ringside in this one. It is AJ Styles taking on Etch. And obviously Etch not having Priest at ringside means somebody else is going to end up making their presence felt at ringside. The whoever the newest member of Judgment Day is going to be. So Etch is going to win. Ryan.
Wait, this is Judgment Day paper? What are we talking about?
No, Judgment Day is Etch, Etch's new group.
Oh, well, let me look at my notes. I wrote Ed, so I assume that means Edge.
No, isn't Ed the guy with no neck mark?
Ed might show up. I just
buy that right.
Ed,
He might be the newest member
Big
of
Etch.
Judgment Day. You don't know.
He could be. They call him Big Etch.
Edge.
He's going to come down and take out your ankle.
So Ryan says Ed. Matt.
I will also go with Edge, and I will say that Gangrel comes out for the assist.
Oh, all right.
Gangrel.
Intern Mark.
Gangrel.
Well, Gangrel.
Gangrene.
Gangrel. I got to go with 105.7. Hi, boys. I got to go with 105.7 taking it, the Etch. And I think, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I have been very good authority. The new member of the Judgment Day for the Etch is going to be Nipsey. Are you serious?
God, I would fucking hate that so much.
I am serious. He's a big wrestling fan. It's going to be Nipsey. Possibly.
If you actually want to see something break Big Jim when it comes to WWE, bring out that fucking asshole.
It would be Nipsey.
What's wrong with Nipsey?
There's so much wrong with Nipsey.
He's a dickhead.
Maybe he'll bring out.
It
Jen
sounds like
Shade if
Nipsey
she's
hung
still
up on
around.
Jim one too many times.
Oh, I never called Nipsey. I was always
never
when I
called
was in
Nipsey.
it, when I was in the dialing radio stations age, it was FM 97. So
Hi Nipsey,
You call,
this is Jim from Lidditz. Can you play a Kiss song?
That actually does surprise me that you'd be an FM 97 listener over
I'm a little
it.
surprised.
well, this is
Okay.
back in this is back when
The 80s.
in the early to mid 90s.
Right, but
Back when radios played music.
that was when 105.7 was still DEUX and they were in their heyday.
Yep. Yeah, they were the Etch.
The Edge.
What about
Damn.
Brother Weems still at 97? You ever call him? Or
I think
Scott
I think
Shannon?
that was one of the dudes because when they played, I remember they played a weird Amish Paradise for 24 hours straight
Oh,
on
boy.
FM 97, and then they would never play it again. You could call, like,
You
'cause
called
my
that-
cousin, we'd call and request it, and they go, "No, we're not playing it."
At least they would tell you they're not playing it.
I mean, that was nice. They didn't lie. Tell me they were going to do it. Tim, go ahead.
Edge won at WrestleMania, right?
Yes.
AJ Styles.
Look
We're
at you
getting more
applying
like.
logic to this.
Look at that. I made sure Tim was done talking
Okay.
before I put up Devin's pick.
He doesn't get top billing.
You know.
Why are we giving him a false sense of importance?
Well,
you
I was going
acknowledged
to
it?
put him up before, but I know there's that rule where he's not.
Did something
name's
happen
not allowed to
between
be on
the Tim and Devin duo that had blossomed
There was never a
couple
duo.
weeks ago?
No.
No,
They were
Beautiful
acknowledging
friendship.
each other that one episode.
I wasn't.
when Mark wasn't here.
I literally just read what was on the
There
prompter.
was mutual acknowledgement.
Oh, there was
There's
something special
acknowledgement
going on
going
there,
on.
but
Well, the fever broke and I'm better now.
Sorry, Devin.
we tried, buddy. We tried.
We're done. He's very upset.
6-man tag team match: Drew McIntyre and RK Bro taking on the bloodline of Roman Reigns and the Usos. Because there are no titles on the line in this one, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre and RK Bro picking up the win. Can add some layers to the to the bloodline, and also I think it sets up Drew McIntyre potentially getting a shot in line for the UK show later this year. Tim,
I'm going
Makes
with
sense.
R. Clay Bro.
oh wow, that's
Awful.
pretty good. That's pretty
It's
good.
just what WWE's looking for.
That is so good. The shirt will probably hit the WWE shop on Sunday night. Intern Mark.
I got to go with the Celtic Warrior and RK Bro, isn't that? And the trios
No,
match.
Celtic Warriors, Sheamus, and I know you're always thinking about
Oh,
He's your
Sheamus.
favorite.
it's hard. It's hard
Drew's
to get him
the
off my
Scottish
mind.
Warrior, and there's a lot of warriors in the WWE. So
The ultimate Scottish Warrior, an RK Bro.
Tim loves warriors too. He can't get enough.
The Road
Matt, go ahead.
Warriors.
Yeah, I will also take McIntyre and the Bros. The Usos throw in the towel.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Ryan.
I think the Bloodline will absolutely dominate this match and do something to get disqualified, and they will book this like a Raw match. Therefore, RKO, Bro, and Drew McIntyre will be victorious. However, they will be victorious while on their backs.
R. Clay, bro. That's so much.
R. Clay,
That's
bro.
so good, Tim. That's so good. Singles match, rematch from WrestleMania. We got Cody Rhodes taking on Seth freaking Rollins, and absolutely the Codester. I mean, he's everything on Monday Night Raw. He's the big star. So definitely going Cody. Ryan.
Yeah, that looks like I wrote Cooley. So I'm assuming that means
Cooley.
Cody. I need to fucking work on my handwriting. That definitely looks like Cooly.
Okay. I mean,
Cooley Rhodes.
do what
Cooley
you're-
Rhodes will be
do
victorious.
what you're gonna do, I suppose.
let him
Matt,
fix you.
go ahead.
I see Devin has top billing again. I will also go with Cody Rhodes for the win.
All right. Intern Mark.
I got to go with the American Nightmare, which is a horse. Cooley Rhodes. I am serious, Mark. A mare is a horse. Her. Anybody listen to that Halsey song Nightmare? It's really powerful.
No.
I like Halsey. She's a beautiful woman.
I don't mind Halsey. I just have never heard this song.
Never heard the song. Tim, go
That's
ahead.
probably a year or two old now. You want to sing a few verses?
No, we're all right. We don't.
All right, go
have
ahead, Tim.
So I'm going Seth Rollins.
Huh.
Yeah, the Tim and Devin team is back.
No,
baby.
it just so happens that's what I'm picking.
Handshake's coming in.
No, it's not. It's also kind of interesting. I'm looking on WWE's website. Apparently, in the article for the WrestleMania Backlash matchup, they're referring to Seth Rollins without the freaking.
I'm sorry. Did
Are you freaking kidding me?
No freaking.
Are you serious? Well, who put the
That's-
freaking stuff
After making an earth-shattering return to WWE at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes will once again go head-to-head with the visionary Seth Rollins in a highly anticipated matchup. On the website, it says Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins.
what does his superstar page on the?
It still says Seth freaking Rollins, but
Well, maybe in the article the freakin's implied. They pay by the word. I think.
when was the last time WWE ever implied anything?
Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
He ain't lying.
Um.
He ain't lying.
Big I broke Tim. Big Mike says you're gonna have to wait to get his picks till take 3. Aha! And you can catch me over on Take 3 Wrestling
Are
this
you
week.
serious?
I am serious, Mark.
Yeah, someone's got to pick up the slack since EJ's going to be sick or watching the NBA or
Yeah,
crying.
somebody's got to run a soundboard over there. And finally, we have the I Quit match for the WWE SmackDown Women's title. I Quit Caring. Charlotte Flair is defending against Ronda Rousey. And I don't think there's any way you get Ronda Rousey saying the words "I quit" on a show.
Before we go around, Jim, can we add an over/under of 26? Do you give up?
Oh my God! Wait, is Mike Chioda? Is Chioda refereeing this match? Is he coming out of retirement for this one? If he is, we're getting a plunge.
Start the bell. Do you give up?
The match just started. Do you?
The fans are going to give up.
But yeah, I think Ronda's winning this one. I don't see any way you're getting Ronda Rousey saying the words "I quit." Tim.
I got Ronnie.
All right. Intern Mark.
Well, help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
Somebody should write a song.
The show. That would be a great song.
It would be.
I gotta go with Rhonda. I'm sorry if that upsets anyone.
I'm okay.
Are you serious?
Okay.
I am serious.
Matt.
Yes.
Is he doing his own sound drops now?
He is.
You're not quick enough. I'm sorry if that upsets you.
I feel funny.
Matt, go ahead.
I said Ronda.
Okay, thank you. Ryan.
How are we doing on time?
Technically, we're over.
Shane McMahon.
Oh, thank you so much.
The best in the world.
Tim's upset. We're out of time.
And cut the black.
Big Mike has the over for the.
Shane McMahon.
There's Hillbilly.
All right. Okay. Well, that is going to wrap us up here for tonight. Ryan, do you have anything to plug?
Nope.
Nope. You're just.
I hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania Backlash. That'll be a hoot. I'm sure we'll talk about that next week. Probably Tuesday night. So tune in Tuesday night.
Nope. I don't think we're going to talk about it on Tuesday.
Who the hell knows?
Tune in to see.
Which, I mean,
God, Jim. Spoiler.
It's funny that I don't think we will talk about it on Tuesday.
Iron Man dies.
You never know. Matt,
Janie gets hot at the end of the movie.
Nothing to plug for me either. We will be back in action on Instagram next week. It's just, I don't know, their algorithm is so fucked up. I don't even feel like posting anymore over there. Iron Man dies.
Mark, do you have anything to add?
Well, I was just wondering if you know why the banana went to the emergency room.
I don't.
It wasn't feeling well.
Not your best effort, Mark.
Yeah.
Not your best.
Well, do you know what you call an Al magician?
Houdini.
Smokey got it.
Yeah. If you can guess it, you're 0 for 2. Mute him.
Good God, Tim, save us.
I thought that the reason why the banana went to the hospital is because it had a splitting headache, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's
not the Tool Man across all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. If you care, I'm on TikTok, but I don't do TikToks. You just send me your TikToks, like Charlie and Mike, and anybody else who wants to send me TikToks besides my girlfriend. If you enjoy what I do here, check me out on Final Wrestling Place on Viewer's Choice. See it all at T&M Shows on the Twitter. Big Jim.
All right, you can follow me at Big Jim Sports, but make sure you are following the show at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, 3countthursday.com. Make sure that you are subscribed to the show on all podcast platforms. That way you will always get this show. You'll also get the Tuesday show. Our Patreon page, patreon.com/3CountThursday. You'll get to see and hear the Tuesday show early, starting at just $2 a month. tpublic.com/user/3count Thursday. You'll find our merchandise over there. And until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.